the first time in the storied rivalry between the Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames, we take it outside. And here we are inside of Commonwealth Stadium to kick off the Heritage Classic weekend with the panel presented by Sportsnet, joined by a pair of voices of your Edmonton Oilers, Jack Michaels and Bob Stauffer. And Jack, when you look back at the start of the season, perhaps a lot of lessons to be learned as we kind of approach the 5 p.m. puck drop on Sunday.
Well, I don't know what lessons are necessarily to be learned. I think ultimately you've got to park the first 7 games and start anew. I mean, there's 75 to play, and as Jay Woodcroft talked about in the aftermath of the 3-0 loss to the New York Rangers, an ideal new start would be Sunday at the Heritage Classic. I mean, we're surrounded by this massive stadium. We're going to be surrounded by 55,000 plus, highly anticipatory fans that are looking for a great hockey game. And in front of them will be 2 teams that are not happy with their start. It doesn't matter whether you're unhappy with it. It doesn't do any good to be frustrated with it. What you've got to do is figure it out right away, because the rest of the league is not going to wait for you. And I'll tell you what, the rest of the league is going to be looking to take advantage of you, take advantage of struggling clubs, because that's how you get ahead in the standings. You keep pushing those teams that are muddying along further down. So the Oilers have to figure it out. They have to figure it out quickly, and getting frustrated or belaboring what's happened in the first 7 games will not do them any good.
Lots of conversation, Bob, about if Connor McDavid is playing on Sunday at 5 p.m. How have you assessed the team's game in the last 2 games without their captain?
Well, I just want to talk about lessons learned. We got 5 guys that have grown up here in Edmonton. We got Cole and Jacob and Trent shooting, you and me. We all have our long coats on or our jackets. Our friend here,
It's
Jack.
a fair point.
It's a fair point.
Comment.
He's probably the smartest of the 6 of us, except for today. So, and it's not even cold yet, just to establish that.
Are we actually inside Commonwealth Stadium? Because I don't feel any part of inside.
Yes, it's not that bad. All right.
It's really
now, in terms of the Oilers right now, I think I completely understand the exasperation out there. It's a poor start to the season. There's no way to sugarcoat it. 1-5-1. There's been some listless performances. Like last night against the New York Rangers, they played against a team with a new head coach that's got structure and process in their game. They got a great right side to their defense, and the Oilers didn't get much, and I think that's got some people a little bit nervous right now with what's going on with the lack of energy with the team. It's simple. The Oilers have to elevate their level of their performance, and they have to have greater engagement, and that should happen here at Commonwealth Stadium against Calgary playing it. But with all due respect to the Flames, another team that's off to a little bit of a tough start.
Jack, of course, the Battle of Alberta, we take it outside, and we take it outside where the NHL hosted its first outdoor game 20 years ago, the specialty of that.
Well, I mean, I remember watching that game and thinking, holy cow, I'm glad I'm on my couch watching it rather than, being outside. And even my partner, Mr. Hardy, Bob Stauffer, didn't make it to the game on that particular
The only
evening.
media guy that had a spot in the press box that didn't show up. I was out there shoveling the walks. I got a little bit of a chest cold.
First of all, we know you pay someone to do that, so you can revisionist history any which way you want it. But the first time I see you shoveling a walk will be absolutely quite a miracle. This won't be a miracle as far as the Oilers and Flames, whether they can turn it around. I think both these teams have the ability to do so. I think both of these teams were picked by many to contend in the Pacific Division, but both of these clubs have not gotten off to a good start, Tony. And I think this rivalry can go one of 2 ways. They can elevate one another, or one team can further slam the door a little bit on the other. I expect a good hockey game between 2 desperate hockey clubs on Sunday evening, and it's strange to say that in late October. I did not anticipate saying that. I thought actually you might be seeing an early look at the class of the Pacific, determining who's got a leg up early, but instead we're going to see which team is starting to figure it out, and that all begins Sunday evening. I think it'll make for a great hockey game because both teams, as Bob would say, are in the soup.
Yeah, we know where they're at right now, and they're both now. Calgary doesn't have Rasmus Anderson. Will Edmonton have Connor McDavid? Connor McDavid has skated the last couple of days. That's a development that is of note. I think we'll have a pretty good idea tomorrow. If he happens to be on the ice for practice tomorrow, that may shed some more insight into it.
As well as give his teammates a lift.
Yeah, and they need one right now. And then in terms, I was not here in 2003. We were, and we had the privilege of broadcasting the Heritage Classic in 2016 in the fall of 16.
Little sun delay.
Yeah, we had sun delay, and boy, that was a hell of a party in Winnipeg over the 3 nights before that, and it only took me about a week and a half to rinse all that out. But it was a great time. The Oilers played really well in that game, and Jack makes a valid point, because I think the Oilers use that game to kind of launch the rest of the season. In 16-17, they took on a little bit of water in late November, early December that year, and for the Oilers, the water they've taken on has been at the start of this year with 1-5-1. But think back 2 years ago, the Oilers only won 2 out of 15 games in a year, and they went 3 rounds into the playoffs. So they've had tough stretches, but they got to pull out of the soup.
Well, Bob, a good thing for you. It should be a hell of a party throughout this weekend, leading up to the 5 p.m. puck drop here at Commonwealth Stadium.